Right.
Sure. Yeah.
And go ahead, Jeff.
Well, one of the biggest problems with traditional like antibody drug conjugates or radiopharmaceuticals is getting the big protein, especially for ADCs, getting these things into solid tumors. Diffusion of an antibody isn't the best in solid tumors, and there's a lot of work being done with like mini binder drug conjugates and things like that to improve the actual diffusion of the peptide into solid tumors. So I'm curious to know, you're targeting HCC. Was that deliberate, or is there potential to do other solid tumors with this? With obviously a different targeting antigen, but the same backbone.
Yeah, of course, once we have, proof of concept with a lead program, GPC3 astatine 211, we can expand to other targets. But why GPC3? GPC3 is very well expressed in HCC. It's about 80% and sometimes even more in advanced patients. So in terms of targeting, it's excellent. It's not expressed in healthy adults cells. So that's also very, very important because many of the antibodies are expressed all over the place. So there's risk of side effects. It also penetrates into the cell, which is not required for radiopharmaceuticals, but maybe an advantage. And in terms of getting to the tumor, there's a number of imaging studies that have been published, including by Mitchell Hall at the National Cancer Institute. And our GPC3 antibody was developed in Mitchell Hall's lab, several years ago, that showed that it targets extremely well those cells. So I think that's important. So it's proven in terms of distribution that the GPC3 full antibody, but the fragment even better, gets through the tumor microenvironment to the cell and into the cell. Last but not least, you have two big pharma companies, and a Bayer and BMS, following their acquisition of ResiBio, that have GPC3 actinium-225 in phase 1 clinical trials. They've published some of the preclinical data, and I think they're quite confident about the relevance of alpha therapy in HCC. So we'll talk about the differential properties of astatine 211 and why we think that it can be a best in class. I mean, a first in class with astatine, but a best in class with GPC3 targeting radiopharmaceuticals.